In the animal kingdom, brute strength often gets the glory. But what if I told you that the most successful predators aren't the strongest, fastest, or largest? They're the strategists, the masters of patience, deception, and calculated planning that would impress any military general. Today, we're uncovering the 7 most brilliant tactical hunters in nature, creatures that win battles not with muscle, but with minds. Forget everything you know about predation being about force. Evolution's true genius lies in the predators who've weaponized intelligence. These hunters don't just chase, they calculate. They don't just attack, they orchestrate. From mammals that coordinate like special forces to insects that execute mathematical intercepts with precision, prepare to meet nature's true masterminds of the hunt. The orca, the ocean's tactical genius. Meet the only non-human animal known to develop culture-based hunting strategies that are passed down through generations. Orcas don't just hunt, they specialize. One pod in Argentina has perfected beach hunting. They coordinate to create waves that wash seals off ice floes, timing their retreat with precision to avoid being stranded. In Antarctica, they've developed wave-washing techniques to knock seals into water, a strategy that takes years for juveniles to master. But their most chilling display of intelligence? The karate chop. Some orcas have learned to disable great white sharks by flipping them upside down, inducing tonic immobility, a calculated maneuver that targets their prey's specific physiological weakness. They don't just kill, they analyze vulnerabilities and develop counter strategies. The portia spider, the 8-legged chess master. This jumping spider is the size of your thumbnail, but it hunts other spiders, including those much larger and more venomous. How? Through complex problem solving that resembles chess. Portia doesn't use webs, it plans. It studies its target's web for hours, memorizing vibration patterns. Then it plucks the web, mimicking the struggles of trapped prey, or even the courtship signals of the target spider's own species. It calculates approach vectors, accounting for wind and web tension. If a plan fails, Portia stops, thinks, and tries a completely different strategy. Laboratory tests show they can navigate mazes, remember failed approaches, and even plan detours to ambush prey from optimal angles. This isn't instinct, it's calculated predation with evaluation and adaptation. The chimpanzee, the primate commander. When chimpanzees hunt red colobus monkeys, they execute coordinated campaigns that would make any military strategist nod in approval. First, scouts identify potential prey. Then, chimps take on specialized roles. Drivers herd monkeys toward waiting ambushers, while blockers cut off escape routes. They communicate with subtle gestures and vocalizations, adjusting tactics in real time based on prey movements. Most remarkably, they understand and exploit the wedge strategy, splitting defending male monkeys from females and juveniles. They've even been observed sacrificing immediate opportunities for long-term strategic advantage, waiting for optimal positioning. This isn't just group hunting, it's tactical warfare with role assignment, communication, and adaptation to dynamic battlefield conditions. The dragonfly, the aerial interception algorithm. With a 95% hunting success rate compared to a lion's 25%, the dragonfly is nature's most efficient predator. Its secret isn't speed, it's mathematics. Dragonflies don't chase prey. They calculate intercept trajectories. Their brain performs continuous real-time calculations of relative position, speed, and direction, predicting where prey will be and plotting the most energy-efficient interception path. They account for their own momentum, wind resistance, and prey evasive maneuvers, all processed in milliseconds. Recent research reveals they use a strategy called constant bearing angle navigation, the same principle guided missiles use. Even more astonishing, they can selectively attend to single targets in swarms, ignoring distractions with focus that puts human attention spans to shame. The crocodile, the patient strategist. Forget the explosive lunge. That's just the finale. The crocodile's true hunting genius lies in its patience and environmental manipulation. Crocodiles have been observed using tools. They balance sticks on their snouts during bird nesting season, luring birds seeking nesting material. They memorize tidal patterns, positioning themselves in exact spots where fish will be forced through narrow channels. Some populations coordinate to herd fish into shallow water, using their bodies as living nets. But their most sophisticated strategy is seasonal calculation. They remember when migratory animals cross rivers, arriving at crossing points days in advance. They've even been documented passing prime hunting locations to their offspring, generational knowledge transfer of tactical positions. The archerfish, the ballistic mathematician. This unassuming freshwater fish solves complex physics problems instinctively. The archerfish hunts insects above water by shooting them down with precisely aimed water jets. The calculations involved are staggering. It must account for light refraction, water to air, gravity's effect on the water stream, target movement, and even compensate for its own underwater angle, all calculated in milliseconds. But the real strategy emerges in groups. When one fish misses, others observe and adjust their own aim accordingly. Social learning of ballistic trajectories. They've been shown to learn which insects are most nutritious and prioritize those, remembering which perches certain insects favor. They're not just shooting, they're solving fluid dynamics equations in real time. The trap jaw ant, the calculated ambusher. This ant's mandibles close at 140 miles per hour, the fastest recorded animal movement. But the strategy isn't the speed, it's the timing and targeting. Trap jaw ants don't wander randomly. They establish ambush points near trails of other insects, remaining motionless for hours. When prey approaches, they don't just snap, they calculate the exact distance, using antennae as precise rangefinders, and adjust their body angle for maximum launch power. The most brilliant tactic? Some species use their mandibles not to bite prey, but to strike the ground, launching themselves backward to escape threats, a calculated sacrifice of attack for defense. Laboratory experiments show they learn which prey sizes are manageable, avoiding targets too large to subdue efficiently. These 7 hunters reveal a truth we often overlook. Intelligence in nature isn't measured by brain size alone, but by strategic application. Evolution has crafted minds specialized for calculation, patience, and adaptation. From the ocean's depth to the forest canopy, strategy triumphs over strength. Planning prevails over power. Which of these strategic hunters impressed you most? Do you think animal intelligence is more sophisticated than we typically acknowledge? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. If you're fascinated by nature's hidden genius, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We explore the extraordinary strategies of life every week. Until next time, remember, in nature, the mind is the ultimate weapon.